This is Kam Kelly, and this is the first Devil Talk of 2012. With us, as always, is Brent Pope.
Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you too, sir.
It's going to be a good one.
And while I think, based on the shine off your head, I think this year's going to be a great one.
Well, the thing is that's going to only get shinier.
It can only get shinier. And joining us, it's the Boom Boom Man, Max Birbraer. How are we doing?
Really good. Happy Hanukkah.
How appropriate.
Yes,
There you go.
for our
Appropriate.
friends.
It's essential that we do a little bit of small talk first. We both have a very good Christmas.
No, I had my own
You had your
good
own.
time. I treated myself.
You tweeted yourself.
Treated.
Oh, okay. I thought you got on his Twitter page.
That's
Dear Max, happy Hanukkah.
Well, they're quite busy,
Love
though.
Max.
In fairness, over Christmas, they had 23rd, 26th, and then 27th away in Edinburgh. Then, what, the 30th and 31st?
I
So
know.
you're pretty
We
busy
were
boys.
making small talk.
Oh, I know.
Let's go to the 23rd. Big game. That was Sheffield in the Bay, 4-4, final score. You got 2 assists in that game.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I didn't know I had 2 assists, but it felt pretty good.
I looked it up, and apparently,
phantoms.
unless maybe you paid someone to say, can you just get my assists up? How did you feel the game went? Do you feel that was a just score, or do you feel that you should have won?
I think we should have won. I mean, especially the last run of games, not just Sheffield game, but it felt like we were in control of most of these games. We were ahead, and they came back and kind of didn't let us win. But here you have it. Some games we come back late in the third, and sometimes it happens to you, and that's sports.
Were you glad, certainly in the Sheffield case anyway, that there was no extra time involved?
Yeah, probably. Our record in extra time is not so great right now, so we might as well stay out of it.
So 4-4 you're okay with that by the end of the game?
Yeah.
Okay. 27th, beat Edinburgh, 5-3. You got 1 assist in there.
Yeah. Where did you get all these?
I've been checking it out.
Yeah, you should
It's
check
not-
them out
it's-
more because I didn't know I had all these assists.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, after that, for the Belfast game, it gets a little bit quieter.
It
gets a little bit quieter
grim.
on the assist
Yeah.
front. Yeah, but the Edinburgh game,
It's one of those teams when they come into town, and well, anybody coming into town, we expect to win, but we thought it was going to be easier than it was. But to be fair, they actually had a pretty decent couple lines, so they did score a couple of goals, and then not hopefully, but it did wake us up.
Yeah.
And in the end, we'd be able to, because of, I think, of our depth a little bit, we were able to overcome it and come back and win it.
and was there any trouble?
I don't remember any trouble. There's so many games. I don't remember which games were trouble and which games were smooth.
Yeah, you had to come from behind. You guys were level, but
Oh yeah,
found a way
that's
to win
right.
it
It was, we I know we left it pretty late, but we did it.
30th, lost against Belfast.
Yeah, that was the Belfast game was a bit harsh, and when you go there, it's a tough place to play, big rink. But you know what, the game was going great for us. We scored with, I think, 15 seconds in, and tried to play defensive hockey, and then they scored, and we scored again, and it just really seemed like one of those nights where we're going to pull off another great win, where they tied on a very lucky break. The puck was going completely wide and hit the guy in the shin, redirected and went in, and after that, they scored a pretty nice power play goal. Again,
Right.
they get in power play troubles, especially in Belfast.
But I can imagine it must be a blur because there are so many games in such a short period of time over a season when you probably should all be in a pub somewhere. New Year's Eve against Coventry, again, not a great score.
It's exactly the same scenario, pretty much, as the Belfast game. And that's why I think it was harsh weekend, not only for me, but for the team as well, because I think we really should have gotten way more out of it, what we did. They tied it in late, and then again, the overtime, the old chestnut.
I'm pretty sure it was the Coventry game that I looked at, and the final score being 3-2, but Coventry's goalkeeper had 9 saves to make, and Stevie Lyle made 3, which I think sort of demonstrates what you're talking about there, which is that you
I
should
think
have...
it was more saves and shots than that, but I think you're talking about third period probably. In the third period, even when we were up 2-1, we were still all over them, just keep on pouring and wasn't be able to score, where they came back and one of their very few chances, and they put it in, and they take it overtime, and that's how you scramble sometimes, and you get the wins and points.
Which one of those games would you say that your groin trouble started?
I think it started back a few weeks ago, and I've been sort of trying to calm it down and take a few practices off, where it got to the point, got really bad now that I had to take the whole week off, and thinking about taking the weekend games off, but we'll skate tomorrow and see what happens. I don't want to take any games off, but perhaps that would be the smartest thing to do at present time.
We're looking back at 2011, Max. Currently we're sad in 5th place, but the big Challenge Cup semi-final is something to look forward to in the new year. What's your thoughts of where the team currently sits and how we performed as a team, and maybe yourself as an individual as we look back in 2011?
Well, I think the team was, I didn't realize when we lost in Belfast that it was our first loss in 7 games. I didn't realize that. So we did feel like we had good morale in the dressing room. We've been getting points out of every game. Unfortunately, these 2 games didn't go according to plan, but we just need to tighten up our injuries now and handpick the games where where you play or you don't play, and really look forward to that fixture and make sure that we're in full strength when we do approach it and when it does happen.
Do you think it would have made a difference to the scoreline and the outcome of the game if you did know that was going to be your 8th game unbeaten? Is that something that you think you should have known?
Yes and no, but sometimes if you do know, it adds a little bit of more pressure.
Yeah.
Supposed to
So
go in and just
ways.
play in the game. But the way we played, I wouldn't say, we made very few mistakes, and the ones that we did make, we ended up paying for them. But
when we look at the team's performance there over Christmas, it really is the 23rd game to get through to the new year, and I expect that we probably anticipate being, I think an ideal finish for our team in the league would be 3rd, but to get the 3rd and now focus on the Challenge Cup, but we now need to see what's happening with Brad Voth as to where his current injury is at and just how that's going to impact things, and to make sure, as Max says, that we're going to be as healthy as possible for that first fixture against Belfast on the 25th.
This weekend, 2 games to Nottingham, home and away. The first game obviously is away at Nottingham. Would you rather, out of a double game, play first at home, or is it better that they come on the second leg back to the big blue tent?
I can only speak for myself, and I would prefer to play the first one away and finish at home. But that's me. For one reason or another, I'd like to get it out of the way on the road, hopefully steal the points there and finish home strong as we normally do.
How are you and the rest of the team feeling about this weekend? Confidence levels quite high?
The confidence level is not great with me at the moment because I don't know if I'm playing or not, but I'm hoping to.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, and you said actually it'd probably be more beneficial to take time off, a little bit of time off now, rather than put yourself out for the rest of the season. But putting yourself off the ice for games like Nottingham, is that something that you would absolutely hate to do?
I absolutely hate it. But, and normally I know with hockey guys and hockey coaches how it goes. They just, play hurt. But this particular one there's nothing you can do except for rest. And basically we're going to make a decision tomorrow when I skate, and I feel how I feel. And between me and G, just you have to do what's smart. Go with your head, not your heart.
If you were out for the games this weekend, would it be bad form to sit down and have a beer on Sunday night while watching it?
No, I don't see why not.
It's going to save you a seat.
Yeah.
See whether I can bring some of the girls from the office for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like a little harem up there.
I was just going to say, when we're talking about the home and away there with Belfast, last year we went and played in Belfast first, and the second game was at home. We had that game as combined points for both League and Challenge Cup. That's the same thing happening this year. That second game that we'll play against Belfast will be both League and Challenge Cup points. So Belfast will presumably still be in the title race. We'll be looking to try and win that game. But it had a big swing on us last year, how that game happened, because we ended up trying to chase both results in both the League and the Challenge Cup. But I guess it works in their favor because it's going to be that second leg at home, and they're going to be going all out to try and win. And they'll know by the time the 25th has come and gone just exactly where they sit. So it's quite an advantage that they have as the team has come through first in that group. But I think that's where health and getting ourselves in a good confidence run again leading up is going to be important.
Obviously, wish you the best of luck this weekend. Best of luck with your injury as well. Hopefully, we'll see you on the ice this weekend against Nottingham away and again on Sunday night at home. Brent Pope, thank you.
Thank you. Go watch The Fan this weekend.
The what?
The Fan.
The Fan.
The Fan. What am I talking
The
about?
Goon.
What am I talking about? That's the wrong movie.
Yeah.
The Goon.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the fan side. You want to be the one playing and gooning it up.
No.
I think The Fan is Robert De
De Niro.
Niro,
That's
Wesley
Robert De
Snipes.
Niro, my apologies,
That's the kind of fan you don't want.
By the way,
No.
before we go, I want to give a little shout out to Matska and his old lady as well. I told him to text me when she was crowning to make sure everything was going well.
Most expectant fathers, that's the first thing they think of. I'll text my mate as soon as the baby starts showing its head. Excuse me, dear, let go of my hand. I've got a text to send
I
here.
worry about him.
Of course you do.
Back in the
So
lineup.
we're expecting the birth of little baby Maxka number 2 very soon. In fact, maybe.
In fact, now maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
by the time this goes out.
Still haven't had a text yet, so I don't
Well, you still haven't had a text, so we don't know whether it's crowning or not. Listen, guys, thank you very much, Brent Pope and Max Birbraer. It was almost going to be a smooth end, wasn't
I
it?
love it.
Thanks, Max.
All right, happy
Hey,
Hanukkah.
happy New Year.